All right, hi there. So where should you teach? Thinking about teaching in Asia, maybe Taiwan, China, Korea, or Japan, then this is for you. First off, I'll tell you this. I wrote a bit about this in the Starter's Guide. You can find that on my site and download that. So where should you teach? Okay, I'm going to probably generalize a bit here and also probably tell you about my experience a little bit. So that's my experience and my perception, so you don't have to take my word for it per se. But I think I was there at one time and I was trying to decide between a few places. So I'm making this to maybe help you a bit. So, but my opinion's probably also going to be in there, right? So, okay, so, and it's probably going to be a little mixed up, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, so it could be a little mixed up between the countries and stuff. Okay, so Korea. Okay, Korea for money, it really depends a lot on what you value and what kind of experience you're looking for, when you're going to teach abroad. So, if money is important to you and security is important to you, then I'd say Korea is the best bet, right? Pay for your tickets to get there. They pay for your housing. They take care of your visa stuff, most of your visa stuff for you. So Korea is the best, I think, for that, for money and security. However, in all the places you can make pretty good money. It just really depends on how you configure it, what kind of job you get, and how you make it work, It's up to, a lot of that's up to you. So you can make good money in all those places. Just depends, right? So I'd say Korea is generally the best for money and security. Okay, about security, I'm less familiar with Japan, right? Because I've taught in the other three places, but not yet Japan. So the visa, okay, the good thing about Korea, they generally take care of the visa for you, whereas and you get the tickets, they pay for those up front. The other countries, they're not going to take care of that stuff for you so much. Japan, I'm not so sure with, but China, Taiwan, they'll help you process the visa, but Taiwan basically pretty much show up with a tourist visa, find a job, convert it to a proper work visa, and get an ARC. China, most schools are going to ask you to enter China on an L visa, which is a tourist visa, right? So, you enter, and so that's going to cost money because you got to pay for a visa 2 times. You got to pay for the L visa, depending how long it takes you to get a job. You could end up paying for another L visa. You have to pay to get out of the country, back in the country. Taiwan can also be like that, but you don't have to pay for the visa in Taiwan. So, I guess I'm not going to go too much into visa stuff, So, China and Taiwan are... okay, no more visa stuff. I don't want to go into that for this. So, China and Taiwan, what's the difference? Okay, China and Taiwan, what's the difference? Taiwan's more westernized. People have been more exposed to Western culture for a longer period of time, People are more familiar with the Western mindset, Where in China, the big cities, yeah, sure, they got the internet, although the internet is censored, there's no Facebook, it's blocked, YouTube's blocked, you can get on those, but they're blocked, and so the people are less familiar, and they kind of get the information down from the government, filtered down from the government. So I think China is, people are pretty, innocent, and the government's a little corrupt, right? But the people are pretty innocent, and so I'd say for friendliness and stuff like that, I'd say generally people can be pretty friendly in China or Taiwan too. In Korea, yeah, I think you can meet friendly people there too, you know. I think my experience, Korea would be on the bottom of my list for friendliness, though. Um, I don't know. It just depends who you meet, but I think the culture, I mean, the Korean culture is more like, here's a country it sits on a peninsula, and it's been kind of invaded from both sides. Japan's invaded it, and China, is right there too, and Koreans are very proud. It's a very proud country, a bit nationalistic country. So it has a little bit, in my opinion, a kind of herd mentality. The collective, the Korean, not everybody, of course, but I think the collective mindset has a little bit of a herd mentality. Just the past, it's the history, what's happened to them. So they're, I think, a little bit more leery of foreigners, generally than the other places.